Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. Last week we brought you the story of concerned residents in Vermilion banding together to stop town council from rezoning and allowing a commercial development on the land beside the town's cenotaph. Last night council voted unanimously in favor of that move. Kelsey Bloxham has reaction from the town.
The fight isn't over yet because the ground isn't broken.
Almost 150 residents put pen to paper, speaking out against the rezoning of this park for commercial development. But according to town officials, those signatures were invalid.
Just the time frames and some of the names and how it was done. It was just a ruling. Our manager did check on that and felt that it didn't meet the requirements that's set out in the procedures.
Well, it's invalid in the sense that you actually can't petition about a bylaw, but if you receive it as information, which is what we requested, to have it be received as information, then it's valid for that. So, they can ignore it at their own peril, I guess.
Walters is the woman behind the petition. Last night's vote has left her disappointed, to say the least, but far from defeated. Mayor Marriott has assured the town the commercial space will not impact the cenotaph itself.
We felt that after talking, most of the councillors, all of the councillors I should say, went around and started talking to the community, and it was about not understanding the entire picture. Some were thinking it was about moving the cenotaph completely off the property, and that wasn't the case. And then the other one was the building was going to over-enlarge the cenotaph, and that again was not the case.
For Walters and the others who signed the petition, it's not just about the cenotaph, but the legacy this decision will leave behind.
What I felt I heard, at least from a lot of the councillors, were a lot of platitudes about, we thought long and hard about this, and we have to do what's best for the community. And I really have a problem with if best for the community means getting rid of this green space.
Walters has been in talks with municipal affairs over various procedures she says the town did not follow during the process. Kelsey Bloxham, Newcap News.
Well, the holidays are usually a time when spending spikes and bills pile up. But according to recent numbers, Western Canadians are planning on tightening their belts. Bart Padiasic takes a look at how some in the border city are choosing to spend their money this season and what to do to make sure you don't go overboard.
A recent credit survey says 30% of Western Canadians are planning on spending less on holiday gifts this year. Over a quarter say they plan to buy for less people. One local financial expert is not surprised.
I think more people are becoming more cautious just because of the turnaround a few years ago that we see.
Peru says it's other expenses that shoppers should look out for.
They have to take in consideration traveling costs, entertaining costs, those types of things as well. A lot of people forget about those. So then that's where it's kind of the overspending is kicking in.
Those we talk to in the border city are cutting back spending or already have.
The rent has to come first. So, yes, the sales do help, but you have to cut somewhere.
You spend basically what we always do. No, nothing more, nothing less.
I will be spending less.
And why is that?
Well, mostly money-wise. I'm a senior on a fixed income, so you only have X number of dollars. So I have a large family, so I guess I'm cutting out all the grandkids that don't go to school.
With holiday sales around the corner, sticking to a budget may be easier said than done.
Last minute shopping kind of tends to more pressure, less things available as well too. So, kind of getting that stuff all prepared last minute and not finding the things that you need, that kind of puts a lot of pressure on you as well as overspending.
Peru says the best advice is to tell friends and family about your budget to take away any pressure off shopping.
If you're on a particular budget, let your family know, let your friends know, because I think they're feeling the same pressure as well too, right? So I guess it's just the awareness and not over extenuating yourself.
Bart Padiasic, Newcap News.
A local volunteer organization is getting into the Christmas spirit, helping less fortunate kids on the other side of the world. This week is going to be a busy one for the Rotaract Club. Members are adding the finishing touches to dozens of shoe boxes, filling them with toys, school supplies, and hygiene items. The club has taken on the initiative for the past 4 years, and members know the gift goes far.
Because they're less fortunate and possibly in poverty, we put in some sanitary items or necessary items like toothbrushes and soap and stuff, but we also throw in lots of toys.
The group is hoping to fill 50 shoe boxes, and they're well on their way. If you want to fill a shoebox for Operation Christmas Child, you have to hand it in by November 24th.